love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always
Namaste friends. So in last lecture we saw about read, write, execute, R, W, X, append A, open, close parenthesis, the file name, the mode. We saw the commands read line, read, specific characters, and then when we also said, like, when we open the file you should also close it, which is also close, open and close parenthesis. So in this lecture it's more about writing. So writing is you either append, which is A, W will actually overwrite. Okay, so when you use W, be very careful. So this is my file name. I open this and then I append this. So append this, basically I actually append to the end of the file. And then I say write, now the file has more content. So whatever I've written here, it'll actually overwrite. It'll actually overwrite and then I close the file. Okay, so I'm reading it and then I'm writing it. So when I actually write it, it actually overwrite. I'm actually closing it. Okay, so this is what usually happens. You open and read after overwriting. Okay, so look into this command. You're writing it, you open the file, you write it, and then you write, I've deleted the content, and then you close it. Here once again, you read it, so you read it, so you'll be reading this content. So when you create a new file, which is an open command, so X will actually, will create a file. It returns an error if the file exists. A is basically appending, will create a file if the specified file does not exist. W will write, will create a file if the specified file does not exist. So this is we actually saw. Okay, the read and write will actually create an error if the file exists. Okay, this we actually saw in the previous lecture. So we create a new file, we open a new file. What is an X? X is basically executing, or executing is nothing but creating. So when there is no file here, it says a new empty, it actually, an empty file is actually created. Okay, we say this is what this X does. Okay, a new empty file is created because there was no file called myfile.txt. So here you actually execute. So even though there was nothing, it will actually put a new file called myfile.txt. Now you actually open this file.txt and then you actually write something into it. Okay, what did I say now? Now say suppose there is no file but you want to execute. If you're actually running something by dynamic and you say create a file called presentnin or your name.txt, you use execute. So that is open and the command is X. Okay, and the file name. Now after that has been done, if you want to write on that file, that is open that file name, which is presentnin or my file name, open my file name.txt or presentnin.txt comma W. For it to be created automatically, file name comma X. Alright, did I make it clear? Now if you want to delete a file from the operating system module, it is os.remove module function. So if you want to remove the file demo file.txt, you have to import this. We imported math, we imported JSON, we imported this. So this os.remove function will remove and then specify the file name and import the OS. Import the OS module. Okay, whether it's the remember as an operating system module, but basically here it is removing the file. So import the OS module and then remove os.remove, open and close parenthesis. Okay, that is os.remove that particular file name. Import the OS module, os.remove that particular file name. You can see whether the particular file is actually existing. Okay, and exist before you try to delete it. So import OS. If the os.path exists as this, remove it. Else say the file does not exist. This we already done it, right? So just see, import the OS, which is the operating system or whatever name that you want to call. If this path exists, okay, and in this file exist, okay, in the path if this file exists, os.remove, which is this, remove this file, else print the file does not exist. Very simple. You can delete a folder while making a directory is called mkdir in Unix, and removing a directory is rmdir. Okay, so everything has to be accompanied with os. So it is os.rmdir, open and close parenthesis. So you can actually, this is deleting a folder, that is deleting a file, and this is entire deleting a folder. A folder can have one or many files. So you import os and then you say os.rmdir, okay, which is this rmdir, open and close parenthesis, and then the folder name. This will delete the entire folder. Alright, so as I said, you have to know these commands, you have to know how to use them. I have not created, I don't have an OS, and I don't have much of this creating file hierarchy, so that is why I didn't do it. So that is why this was sort of hands-on. But if you have any questions, kindly contact me, and if you want me to try and show you real example, I'll be happy to do so. Till we see next time, you take care, cheers, and thanks for giving me your time.